Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, a major fast food chain is getting a rebrand.
Also, could The Office be made in 2026?
All that and more on the way next. We have an Amazon Catnapper update.
Oh boy.
8772 Radio U, the talkback button in the Radio U app. If you missed it in the last week or two, there was a story that went viral. A woman with Ring camera footage claiming that, and I mean, the footage is clear. She's getting an Amazon delivery. The Amazon delivery driver comes up to the door, sees a cat, picks up the cat, walks away with the cat. She says the cat's name is Junie. She's not seen it again.
Yeah.
And this guy has since been fired. But we have an update.
Okay.
The guy's name is Joshua Gonzalez. He says the cat was his all along.
What?
He says that the cat was his, that he had bought for his daughter a while back, and he used to live in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I guess they lost the cat, and so he recognized the cat. He says this cat, the supposedly Junie the cat, has an M on its face.
Okay.
And so that's how he knew. He's like, this is Junie. But it's not Junie. That's what the woman named it.
Yeah.
And so he recognized the cat, and he picked it up and took it away, and he still has the cat.
Yeah, this is crazy. First of all, I mean, if you're not familiar with cats, that's fine. But you have to know so many of them have that M mark on their head.
Yeah.
Like literally almost all of them do. So that's not a distinct feature at all.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to claim that that's like something your cat has and like only your cat has, it's just not truthful. Maybe this looked like whatever your cat was, but there's no guarantee that that's your cat.
So you don't believe him?
I don't believe him because this woman says that she's had this cat for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And while this guy, Joshua Gonzalez, did at one point live in her neighborhood, whenever his cat went missing, it wasn't like it was 5 years ago and that's when, you know, Junie showed up at this lady's house and now they've had the cat. Because that can happen, you know, somebody can lose a cat and then it ends up going to a neighbor's house and then it becomes their cat. There's been disputes over that all the time in neighborhoods.
That's a Judge Judy special.
Exactly. Yeah. But I don't fully buy that is the case here. I think that this is a mistaken identity problem. He thinks it's his cat, but it's not.
That could be a reasonable explanation. I just think, his story definitely seems a little more sketchy.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, how long was your cat missing? And then what are the odds? Even that you did live in the same neighborhood, but how long was it missing? It sounds like this was all, for him, fairly recent.
Yeah.
From what I understand. But I also feel like we're falling victim to, we heard the story in this order. So we heard it from her first, and so you tend to default to that. But if we never heard her thing, and then this guy was going on the news saying, I have this cat, this woman is claiming she's posting if she was posting on Nextdoor, this woman's posting on Nextdoor this Ring camera footage of her saying, I'm stealing her cat. It's my cat. It was just by this door.
Yeah.
Then we probably would believe him first. You know what I mean? And think she's just a crazy Karen.
If he was using better arguments, then it's a distinct M. And I recognized the cat based on the eyes. Like, all cats have like the same eyes, bro. What are you talking about? So
what's he supposed to say, though?
I would say, like, I would need some type of other proof.
He has adoption paperwork.
Yeah. Does he have a picture of the cat?
He must have pictures, right? But what is the difference? You said they all look the same.
Well, I think you would be able to tell more closely if you had the pictures. Like,
I feel like
if this is truly the same cat or not.
He says, and you know what's funny is he may very well be right. I feel like we need unless we get, this really needs to be like a Maury episode or something.
Yeah, it needs
unless
to be
we
Judge
get
Judy.
a DNA test on this cat, he said, she said.
Yep.
It's just, who are you going to believe? Because it's like, you're right that most cats look the same.
Yeah.
And so how can you prove who is right?
What I would do,
or if maybe this is his cat.
I would base this entirely off of timeline. Photos taken on a phone are time-stamped, even sometimes on a digital camera. Go through Junie's owner's phone, find pictures that were taken before this guy's cat went missing of Junie that are time-stamped to prove that she's always had this cat. Maybe she's lying. Who knows? But to prove that she's always had this cat, show us pictures that are time-stamped that you have had this cat for a very long time. Also, cats know neighborhoods very, very well. If a cat knew where its home was, it'd be going back there, like walking back there. And so that's another thing that makes me think that this is, again, I don't necessarily blame Joshua Gonzalez. I think he does buy that this is his cat, but I think it's mistaken identity.
But if from his perspective, it's his cat, he's got it back at home, right?
Yeah.
And if people are like, show us pictures of stuff, he should be like, why do I have to show you pictures? This is my cat.
Well, you took it off
I just brought my cat home.
But you took it off of somebody's front porch.
Some people will be happy about that. Get your cat away from me.
They have love for Junie. They had her, like they have her name engraved in a little, collar and everything. So
this cat had a collar on that said Junie?
Yeah.
Then why is that if they had a collar on the cat that said Junie?
Why did Joshua Gonzalez
then what's
take
all
this
the rest
cat?
of this?
I don't know why he took it.
There's no way his cat was missing for 5 years. That's definitely not the story he's telling. So this is crazy. I just don't, you know what? I'm not going to waste any more time worrying about a cat that is in a completely different state.
Well, I hope it gets back to its actual owner. That's the problem I have.
It's happening. We're finally living in the future. 8772 Radio U, the talkback button in the Radio U app. The future that I feel was promised by the Jetsons and others. Because now in 2026, mark this down, this is when we march into a new era. You can now buy in China for $13,000 a mobile AI-powered toilet.
Oh.
It's by a company called Yubon. They call it the Shobon Robot Toilet. They just unveiled it at the Shanghai International Elderly Care Expo. And this is a toilet that is it's AI powered. Okay. It is mobile, so it can come to you. This is what I'm talking about with the future.
It can come to you.
Yes, it is on wheels. You need the toilet, it will come to you.
Okay.
It also is, and this is huge, self-cleaning.
Oh,
that's pretty helpful.
Yes.
But I'm just thinking about having it says it will travel autonomously to a user's bedside when summoned.
Oh, wow.
Oh, toilet! Toilet, it's potty time.
I need you.
Yes. Come, toilet. Come, we have important business to attend to.
Come to me.
Yes.
My angel.
It's urgent. Urgently, toilet. Here to me in the bed.
I bid ye henceforth.
I want that to be how you have to summon the toilet.
You have to address
it's
it.
It's voice activated. But you can't use your regular voice. Isn't this not the future, though? It flushes itself. I guess that part already is.
Yeah, that
exists,
part I think exists in some other toilets.
Not at home toilets, though.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah?
How, like, in public toilets, almost all of them.
Well, that's because you don't
self-flush?
want to have to touch. You want to touch the least amount of things as possible in a public toilet setting. With your own house, like the germs
It's
there
just
are
your own
germs. Yeah.
Still, it'd be convenient though. One less thing.
I'm sure there are some that do.
Yeah, probably like with the bidet and everything.
Yeah.
But I think this. They also say. I mean, listen to these features, Allie. It does have a bidet.
Okay.
Air drying. It will air dry you.
Air dry.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
that's in like with the higher tech toilets that have bidets. I think that's actually.
I was gonna say that
common.
seems very fitting for a bidet.
A blow dryer, which actually that. Okay, you know how in like public bathrooms they have the blow dryers?
Yeah.
And like they test it and it's like when you use a blow dryer in a public restroom, it's just like blowing germs all over the place.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. wouldn't like an air dryer on the toilet be that, but like times a billion?
Oh, I bet.
It's just blowing your dirty air off of you and out into the room.
I bet that would be a problem.
They also says it has odor control. I wish I had that. And we already mentioned
called deodorant.
Automatic self-cleaning. It says after use, the Shoban autonomous toilet returns to its docking station connected to the home.
It's like a Roomba.
Yes, it's a Roomba
station.
toilet. That's probably how they invented it. Some guy, like, they were just goofing off, like plumbers or, yes, there was plumbers. There's a plumber. There was a Roomba around the house. He was doing work. He had, like, the old toilet and a new toilet, and he was like, hey, look at this. And he puts the toilet on top of the Roomba, and then the other guy's like, wait a minute.
That's an idea.
Yes. You've stumbled onto something.
Yes.
And now here we are
This is
in the
truly,
future.
it's truly funny to me that that's like the pitch idea is like the plumbers coming up with this, because I think that's what's funny about this is it's like they're selling this as something to be used for the elderly who can't get up and go to like a bathroom or whatever without risking falling or something else. Or bathrooms sometimes are really small. It's hard to move like a walker in there or anything. And, so that's how they're pitching this. But it's like, it feels like that's an excuse. Like, this is for the elderly.
That's a start because you know why? Because like at senior care facilities or whatever, they may possibly have the budget to be able to actually add that. But for us everyday folks, like, I mean, I don't even know if I could afford a new toilet, period.
Yeah, right.
The one with the golf balls. Forget about like a mobile one that would come to my bedside.
Yeah. Although this feels like that's where people want to go with this. It's like the lazy people want to have the toilet that comes to you.
Yes. Well,
although I don't know if I really want people to be using the bathroom anywhere in their house.
Well, I'm thinking how much better of a night's sleep I would get if I just could bid my toilet and just kind of like roll over and then go right back to sleep.
Gross.
And not have to worry about all this
now
stuff.
all the bathroom germs are in your bed.
Well, it'll bidet my bed. That's the next step, the next feature.
While you're asleep, it just sprays you with water.
And then air dries it, so it's not even like it gets wet. On the menu today is the new BTS Oreos. They are brown sugar pancake flavor. That's what it says on here. It's a traditional Korean street food. They also come with many different BTS-inspired designs, all 13. Allie, which designs did you get?
I got Every Twist and Leads to Us.
I got one that says Dear BTS Army. And I got one that's the fingers doing the heart.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
How many members of BTS can you name?
Jimin, RM. That's it.
Wow. You're like a member of the army.
I don't know why I'm blanking on the other names. I used to know them real well.
Yeah.
Back in college, I had friends that were really, like my sister-in-law that went to Korea, and I had another friend that went to Korea. We were all really big into K-pop. So,
yeah. I nothing against BTS. I just not really.
Hasn't been on the forefront of the mind.
No. Well, they were all. I do know they were all, or no, I don't know about all of them, but they had to take a break because they were in the actual Korean army.
They were serving in the military because that's a requirement for all Korean men. I think it's just men.
Mm-hmm. Admirable.
Yes.
That they actually do that.
Yeah.
They stepped away from their lucrative careers. All right. I took this apart because it has like the two different colors of cream in it. But I go ahead and, take a bite of the whole thing together.
I just want to take a bite of the regular Oreo first and see what it tastes like.
You do it that way. The camera cut away from you right as you took a bite. Great camera work from our auto switching machine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, they're incredibly fragrant. Mm-hmm. It smells like if you ever bought those like cookies that are shaped like maple leaves that are maple flavored. It smells exactly like that. Very strong.
Maple. Definitely. As soon as you bite in, immediately you can get the brown sugar taste. Mm-hmm. That's mainly with the filling. I don't really know what flavor to peg the purple cookie part. Mm-hmm. It just kind of tastes like a normal Oreo cookie, just not as chocolatey. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense. But
it's magic. How do they make a regular Oreo? Oreos are so dark.
I know. How do they do it? they do have the golden ones, so maybe they made the golden ones purple.
This is why I like to take it apart. I like to get the whole
just the cream,
pat of cream, and then the cookie on its own.
I'm sure that's gonna be a lot of brown sugar right there.
I love the sugar crunch you get when you just eat a bunch of sugar.
It's like a sugar cube. It's very good, though. I love it. And this is what we find time and time again whenever we do these Oreo food fights. We're never disappointed. It's a different flavor every time.
Yeah.
And it's not like it disappoints us at all. They always hit somehow.
I definitely 100% think this is best enjoyed together.
Yes.
Some Oreos I
all
like
as
to
one.
peel apart. These do not peel apart.
Okay.
Keep it all together the way Oreo intended, the way BTS intended.
Yeah.
And it tastes really good. These are not, the cookies are definitely not the chocolate version of the Oreo.
Yeah.
It might be just a colored version of the golden Oreo.
That's what it tastes like to me.
It doesn't have a whole heck of a lot going on to it, but it kind of just negates or like calms down the brown sugar when you eat it all together. And so together, I mean, these are Oreos in name only.
Yeah.
You know, they're not.
It's not the traditional Oreo flavor.
It doesn't give you any Oreo, none of the notes of any regular Oreo.
Other than the texture and stuff like that.
But it is, as a cookie, though, it is very good.
It's very good.
So I want to eat some more of these.
Me too.
Yet again, we forgot to bring milk.
Ah.
Always with the Oreo food fights.
It's true. We do so many. We should just keep milk in the fridge. If only milk could keep longer.
I know. It would expire.
Yep.
It would definitely expire. We don't go through it that fast. A major fast food chain is getting a major rebrand. 8772 Radio U, or the talkback button in the Radio U app. That fast food chain is KFC.
Whoa.
And when I saw this headline, I freaked out.
Yeah, because we've gone through some really rough rebrand attempts.
Yes, that's
lately.
true. And the first thing that jumped into my mind was they're not changing the look of the Colonel, right? They can't be taking away his little tie when it looks like a stick figure body.
It's going to be worse than what Cracker Barrel went through.
But fear not, the Colonel is safe.
Okay, good.
The Colonel himself still looks just as Colonel-y as he always did. But everything else about KFC pretty much is changing.
Okay.
So we can send you their new look. If you'd like, text the word KFC. Is that a word? Text the acronym KFC.
Yeah, it's Kentucky Fried Chicken.
To 8772 Radio U. Like I said, the Colonel, I guess if you look at his tie thing, whatever you call that, a bolo tie or something, I don't know. It's slightly
It's not a
changed.
bolo tie, but it's almost like a bow tie and a mix of a bolo tie.
So he still has the tie. It's still there. That kind of looking like a little stick figure legs and, arms. But now he has shoulders.
Oh.
His glasses now actually are fully rimmed. And but that's not what's important as much as they are taking away how if you picture KFC, you're thinking it's like the three stripes, right? Like the Colonel's in the middle and it's in white, and then there's the red stripes on either side. But they've taken away those stripes, and now the stripes are still red, but they say KFC.
Yeah. They made the Colonel's face a lot bigger in the logo. He's really the center.
They're
of
emphasizing the Colonel.
And honestly, I kind of like that because that's their brand. It's Colonel Sanders. And so I like...
When you think of KFC, you think of the Colonel.
Yeah, I think I like the emphasis on a face, on a person. People will tell you this in marketing. People gravitate towards people and faces more than they do just a name or a logo. They like to see faces. And that's why if you go into Wendy's, almost every Wendy's has a picture of Dave Thomas. Almost every Bob Evans has a picture of Bob Evans. They want you to see the person behind the brand.
Yeah. So they've emphasized the Colonel, and he's smiling, happy as ever. They're also, though, they're slightly switching up the color scheme, but there's more. They're also changing up their menu a bit.
Okay.
Not only are they emphasizing the Colonel more, they're also emphasizing their tenders and the sauce that comes with them. It says they have introduced more than 20 new sauces that are tailored to local markets. In other words, if I'm understanding this right, depending on which KFC you go to in which state or locale, you could find some certain different, there's probably the classic honey mustard, barbecue, whatever, but there's also, like, as an example, chimichurri ranch or hot honey habanero that may not be available at all KFCs. Just depends which one you go to.
Ooh, but I want the chimichurri ranch. It sounds really good.
It does sound pretty good, doesn't it? You just have to find the right KFC.
Oh, man.
That'd be so,
what a fun little surprise.
I know, it is kind of makes it like a KFC adventure, doesn't it?
A scavenger hunt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They should, how like when you're a kid, you can get like those maps when you go on a road trip that has like the different, where you track the license plate or like the book where you could collect all the state quarters.
I was just thinking about this the other day when you like driving in the car and you do the whole thing of like either the license plate or like counting certain things. And then when you drive past the cemetery, whatever you were counting like dies or whatever.
What? I didn't know that part.
That's what my family did. And I'm like, why were we so depressing?
You have to start over?
Yeah, you have to start over.
That's awesome.
The cemetery meant all of your counting done.
Well,
start from zero.
If you're taking the highways, you probably shouldn't come across many cemeteries, I hope, but
I mean, we took the back roads sometimes.
Yeah, that does make it fun.
Yeah.
It makes that game more challenging.
It does.
If KFC, is this what it's going to take for them to get back in our good graces?
What I like about this rebrand is it feels very nostalgic. And again, it focuses a lot on the Colonel, which feels nostalgic too. Like we all remember that from our childhoods. So I think that helps with rebrands for me because people have an issue when you like try and make it all modern. But when you go back in time and like bring the emphasis of like, this is what our brand has always been about and was always looked like, I don't think people have any issue with that.
Geez, you sound like you were in the marketing meetings.
Maybe.
Did you pitch this idea to
No,
them?
I didn't.
Do your parents track you using your phone?
They do not.
They don't, Allie. Good. That's good. But I saw this survey come out. I was shocked.
You were shocked.
This is done at the University of Michigan.
Okay.
They claim 52% of parents track their children using their phones.
Wow.
And it gets more specific. 52% of parents of 18 to 25-year-olds.
Okay. I was going to say, I was expecting it to be higher for like parents of like younger kids that happen to have phones.
Yeah.
But for adult children, they are tracking.
Half
50%.
of parents are still tracking. So your mom or your dad, one of them is tracking you using your phone. And then the next thing is like, you're like, oh, they don't track me, but maybe they do and you don't even know.
You're not even aware that you have some type of thing on your phone, some type of app that's been set up.
Isn't this kind of crazy, Allie, that so many parents are doing this?
In college that their parents tracked them on Live 360.
And at the time, weren't you like, that's kind of crazy?
I mean, I didn't think anything of it, but I was just like, my parents could never even have an app on their phone that they would know how to do.
They didn't even know how. Unless that's all a part of, the long game for them where they act all tech bewildered with tech.
Yeah.
And secretly it's like so they can keep an eye on you at all times and you'd be none the wiser.
Yeah, no, they don't because they have me looking through their phone all the time to help them turn on turn on the audio for maps or something.
A brilliant cover, I'd say. I know that I'm a little different than many people, I feel, where I was very anxious to move out of my parents' house in the first place.
Okay.
I was looking for roommates and stuff as soon as I pretty much graduated.
Wow, okay.
And it didn't work out for a while.
Yeah.
Because I had no money.
Yeah.
Or car. but
kind of important.
But so I feel like maybe I'm just more independent or, more anxious. And I understand why people now, like, why would you want to move out? Because it saves money.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. But even if you were living with your parents, I can see them being like, oh, you need to, you're our house, our rules. You're probably on our phone plan too. So we're going to track you. But at the same time, like you are still an adult. And to me, once you hit that 18, I feel like your parents, they got to let go because it's micromanaging.
It does feel a little bit micromanaging to some extent, although on another part of it, like I understand, especially if your child lives like, let's say halfway across the country and is going to college, like you live in the state of Ohio and your child's going to Arizona State University. I get wanting to be able to just like not always have to rely on them texting you back just to see where they are every once in a while. Make sure that they've been active. Because I think Live 360 like tells you like if their battery's charged or whatever. Like it tells you some important details on just making sure that they're alive.
Yeah, that's just still feels like a lot. You know what I mean?
I mean,
if
totally
your relationship
valid.
isn't good enough with your child
for them to be texting you
to
back,
text you if you keep texting, are you still alive? And they don't answer you. That feels like a problem.
I think it's like the one thing of parents thinking about like, well, what if my child's kidnapped or something?
Yeah,
they're thinking about those like rare circumstances of why they would want it. Which again, very very rare.
That's
that
rare.
Would happen.
Yeah, and I can't be the guy that's going here like, well, it's just gonna happen. But like also you having their phone like a location doesn't mean that you can stop it.
No.
It just means that you would possibly know sooner.
Yeah. Or know where to find them. I think that's the most important thing is you want to know where to find your kid. And so I get it. Like half of me is totally with you of like, this is a little creepy, guys. Like don't be micromanaging like a helicopter parent. But on the other side, I'm like, I get the parents that want to know like if their kids are okay.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I just think for the better of their,
of them growing up or whatever.
If my parents were trying to track me around with my phone after I was grown and
I wouldn't like it
driving
either.
around and stuff,
Yep.
I would be, we would have had a problem. We would have had a problem. So take it easy. I hate to be the bearer of bad news here.
Okay.
But it sounds like more ads are coming to Madden College Football 26, FC, EAFC or whatever they call it. EA has just announced that they are basically introducing a whole in-game advertising division that is going to work on selling ads that'll be like new ads in all of their sports games.
Is it going to be like as if you were watching a real sports game, ads showing up like on the field?
I hope not. That would actually be crazy. You're in the middle of a game of Madden and every time there's a punt that takes a break to show you something for, Cialis or whatever, that would be crazy.
Oh my gosh, it'd be so bad
but
if that was the case.
I don't think that's what it means, but I think what it would mean would be like, let's say you're playing through a franchise in college or, whatever you call it, a campaign. I can't keep all the terminology straight. You're playing through College Football 26. You're playing through a season.
Yeah.
And like you're actually going to play a game.
Yeah.
And so you go into the game and the announcer comes on and it's like, welcome to this matchup between Wyoming and Ohio State, brought to you by Tostitos.
Oh.
And like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or where there'll be billboards in the game
That's
or
what
advertising on the field, but not like actual ad breaks. That would be insane.
No, that's what I meant was like actual like ads on the field, like on those boards that are like on the field and that show up on the field sometimes like on the grass because there's some type of technology they use to make it look like it's on the grass.
Yeah.
So that's what I was wondering what these commercials would be if that's what they would look like.
I mean, let's be honest, at the end of the day, EA Sports is probably Electronic Arts considering all of the possibilities that we've mentioned and more, being like, but can we put in actual ad breaks in the game?
Would
the fans, would the players, the gamers get upset about that?
Yes, absolutely.
Would they get upset enough to not buy it and not play?
I personally hate the idea of you paying, like purchasing a game and then still there's ads in that game.
Yeah.
If you purchase, you should be able to own that game, which means there should be no ads. No ads.
Yeah. It's definitely, it's so like debatable. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because there's so many things in life where you do pay and then there's still ads that support that.
Yeah, that's like
you know
Netflix or whatever with ads or something like that. But I just mean like for gaming, it's always been like you own that game.
Right.
And so it just seems not cool now that they're adding ads into it.
It also feels a little unfair because there's obviously now with gaming, there's microtransactions and all the like, in-game content that you can buy. And that's another way for them to make money.
Right.
But for just as an example, Animal Crossing, it would be insane to see an ad for something outside,
Yes.
to also try to sell you something in Animal Crossing.
You can expect something from Animal Crossing that's like an ad for them that they're trying to get you to purchase money in the game.
It's not something in the real world.
Yeah.
Whereas because the EA Sports games are already sports where in real life we're used to ads. That's why they feel like they can get away with this.
Yeah, putting Doritos on the field or something.
Yes, but that definitely feels, and now I'm thinking of a football field covered in actual Doritos, not the logo. And so that is very distracting to me. You derailed my train of thought.
I actually kind of want to play a football game with Doritos
now
on the field.
That would be a good ad.
That would be crazy.
The age-old debate. Could they make this show today? 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. Or some people say they just don't make TV like they used to. Yeah.
As well, there's a whole podcast called "How Did This Get Made?" about movies, talking about how ridiculous some of the movies are. From like it would never happen this way if this movie was made today.
It is fascinating to see the journey and all the difficulties. And then yesterday we talked about how the stuff that doesn't get made.
Yeah,
that's all. That could be a podcast all its own.
It's true.
But Rainn Wilson.
Okay.
Dwight from The Office is bringing this debate back into the forefront, specifically in regards to The Office, of course, because he just claimed in an interview that he believes The Office, quote, couldn't be made today.
Okay.
And that's kind of set off a big debate online about whether that's actually accurate or not.
I think that's the one that's usually claimed, of the modern TV shows, that's the one that people usually point to saying, man, this couldn't be made today, or it wouldn't be the same if it was made today.
Yeah. I've seen arguments for both sides as far as Rainn Wilson, who played Dwight, goes. He says there's just too much of The Office that is politically incorrect. For example, one of these episodes that I feel like kind of brought The Office into the public eye was the Diversity Day episode.
Which is season 1.
And that is definitely one of the most politically incorrect episodes of the show.
Yeah.
But I will also say, I feel like that's an extreme where there's definitely jokes that fall, but that's the most extreme episode of that is hard to imagine a show being made that same way today.
Yeah,
including those same jokes.
Yes, I would agree with that cast and all of those jokes that are made. It's certainly one that I remember. That was the first episode of The Office I ever saw.
Really?
And I was like, I love this show.
But here's the thing, Allie. It's not like you're old or out of touch or whatever.
Yeah.
I think there's some nuance to this where, because a lot of people are just it could be made today. Hello, the paper, which is The Office.
Yeah, but it's not as funny.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
And it's also not on NBC. That's where I think the main thing is.
Okay.
The show The Office could be made today because there are shows that are much more extremely politically incorrect that are currently made.
Yeah.
And that have pretty big audiences.
Yeah.
Those shows are not on network TV.
Yes,
and so I think that's the distinction of there's a huge audiences that do not care or actually appreciate politically incorrect humor or takes or whatever it is. But that's more focused on podcasts and streaming shows and YouTube and whatever, and not what they're going to put on NBC, CBS, Fox, where they try to play it more safe.
Yep.
And so would The Office could be made today, to me, it just wouldn't air the same place that it did back in the day.
Yeah, which means maybe it wouldn't be found. And so maybe it wouldn't be as universally successful as it did end up becoming. Because also, we've talked about this initially, The Office did not hit in the United States.
Yeah.
The first season wasn't doing as well, reception-wise, which is kind of funny because it matched similar to the British version of The Office, which didn't do well. And that's why that show did not go for very long. But then eventually The Office kind of grew a cult following that just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And now it's one of the biggest shows ever. And so, I think you're right that it could be made, but the format in which it would be distributed would be different.
It probably would be different. But the other argument that there's nothing special about The Office that would preclude it from being made today is that people still discover The Office now.
Yes.
And I mean,
still love it.
And there's still plenty of people that are like this about a lot of shows that like they could watch The Office now that have never seen it before and they'd be like, oh, this is so offensive. There's also a lot of people that find it now that have never seen it before that are like, I love this show.
Super funny. Yeah.
So I don't think, yet again, the main point is that there's so many other shows that are like way worse that still continue on being made.
Yeah.
So,
but could NBC make a show like this today? I do agree with him that that's probably not the case anymore.
I also think NBC probably wishes they could.
Yeah, I wish they could have a hit like
Maybe
that.
they need to take some more risks.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Radio U, where music is going, 8772 Radio U. Think about this. Just because you're afraid to be seen doesn't mean you don't want to be seen.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I think about like E.T. or, examples like that of like movies where it's like a monster or an alien and they're like abandoned somewhere. And it's like E.T. is afraid of people. He would be afraid because he's all on his own in a place that's unfamiliar to him.
Right.
But so he'd be afraid to be seen by these people he doesn't know. But also it's like, it doesn't mean he doesn't want to be seen because he kind of needs a friend. He needs some help, you know?
He needs a buddy.
He's all alone. He needs help going home.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot. I don't even know if that's how E.T. plays out. I haven't seen it in a while, but that's what I'm imagining in my mind. Is like he's afraid of being caught, but also he's like, I need to find somebody.
I mean, I don't think he has a whole bunch of like awareness of like being afraid of being caught, but he certainly,
he knows enough that he's like not trying to be. Yeah. He's not out in the open waiting for people to catch him.
He can be a little bit wary, but for the most part, he's kind of like a baby.
He's elusive, but but there's many examples, and I wish I came up with a better one of like where you can think of a situation where you feel all alone, you feel afraid because it feels like you're kind of out of your element, but also, man, wouldn't it be just nice to have one person, for somebody to notice and go, hey, buddy, you want some help?
Yeah. How can I help you today?
And so for many of us, we are afraid to be seen. We're afraid for our flaws and our problems. That we don't want to just confess that to the world. We don't want everybody to have to know about it, but it doesn't mean we don't want somebody to know about it.
Right.
We're afraid that somebody would see, but also we kind of want somebody to see because then maybe they could help.
Yeah. Maybe they could help us out.
And here's the great news is that God sees. He understands all of this feeling. And so when you're hoping for, I just wish somebody would notice. I don't want to tell anybody, but I hope somebody notices. God notices. Yeah. He knows your flaws. He knows what you've been through. He knows the experiences that you have had, and he knows how to help you with that. And he's ready to actually do that with you.
Absolutely. He is ready to help out. He is ready to be there for you, whatever it is you're going through. Like we said, he already knows, like you so intimately. He knows what you're going through. He knows the struggles that you're having in this life, but he just wants you to come and like share those with him. He just wants you to come and be like, yeah, I want a relationship with you, God, and I want to talk to you about these things I'm going through. Well, and so it's one of those things where I think a lot of people are like, well, I don't need to tell God because he knows what I'm happening, what's happening in my life. No, God wants you to tell him about it.
And once you know that somebody else knows something, then you guys can just talk about it in the open. Yeah. Once you know that God knows all the stuff you've been through, then you can just talk it out with him and be like, I mean, we know this happened, but here's how I'm feeling about it. And then let him talk to you about, here's what you need to, here's what you can do, what I'm going to do, whatever, what the steps forward are going to be. Yeah. And you'll be amazed that the time you spend with God, the difference it can make.
Absolutely. And God also might just in that moment, just give you peace to help you through it. It may not necessarily be like, it's going to disappear like that. Yeah. He's just going to give you peace to get you through it.
Every problem doesn't always have an instant solution, but that doesn't mean that you can feel different about it. Yes. And that can come instantly. Yes. Jesus is ready to do that with you. Tell him about it. Tell him what you're feeling. Tell him what you're going through. Ask for help. He is there. He notices. You want to know more? RadioU.com/free gift.
Thanks for listening to the Radio U Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.